My signature project was on distance learning for students with disabilities. The sample includes students throughout the district within grades K through 12. However, 22 will be empathized as a small group for distance learning versus traditional learning. These 22 students are a part of student support services within the district. These include students that are on campus and virtual distance learning off campus. Whether on-site or not, they are required to use platforms such as Schoology and iReady, as well as learning platforms. The data will be collected using grades from this platform. So the sample technique for collecting from these 22 students will be pulled from Schoology and iReady as the method for their data collection through quantitative methodology. The 22 students will be the primary focus of this research. However, students K through 12th grade will be able to choose from a simple random sample to be used within the study, so each and every member of the population has equal and independent chance of being selected. The role of the participants and the impact of the participants. So within Delville City Schools, each student has been registered within the online programs for academic learning. There's little or no risk to participants. However, consent will be obtained from parents or guardians since the research is being conducted with minors. Those who are part of Student Support Services, council was sought after and given permission to do this research by the coordinator of the Student Support Services as well. Those with IEPs have very strict guidelines that must be followed, including strict confidentiality of the student and their services. So the determination if virtual learning or on-site learning has any impacts will be shown through the results that is shown within their IEPs and accommodations. The results could give ideas or insights to what is the best method or ideas to be able to reach these students, as well as if it's a advantage or disadvantage of whether being online or virtual for this school year or any school year following this pandemic. This will also prepare them for future grade level success in college and post-school school learning, being able to see different methods of teaching as well and learning. So the variables contain a primary independent variable. It'll consist on participation, campus, on, and virtual learning, which is off campus. The dependent variable will be student grades in all areas of learning. And the hypothesis is that the participating students who are part of Student Support Services team are not accurately receiving the services that they need in order to fulfill their IEP goals as they are virtually learning. Those without the technology and connection to technology has a disadvantage as well. Through this, students are not able to get what is needed. It will also address the difficulties of distance learning for both the students being served and the teachers. So the timeline for this project is that the grades will be taken throughout the year. on all subjects, both within the general education classroom and the accommodations that are met within the special education classroom. Pre-measurement is given to the students by using grades from the year before and using that data as well as the first test that comes in as a baseline for beginning the research. General education teachers and support service teachers will be able to collaborate in order to teach what is needed for given grade levels, subject areas, and services. The grades will be calculated for both on-campus and off-campus. And through this, teachers will be able to see where students may have a gap and need further help. The population of the students are already divided, those that are within the general education classroom and those who are part of student services. If a student comes back to campus after being virtual for a while, the work could not have been completed, or something came up to where they were not able to do their work as needed, then coming back on campus is needed. So definitions: proficiency is the high degree of a skill, mastering the classes in education deemed the central or important part of the curriculum. Proficiency is students working towards their goal. So the description of the data, again, grades will be administered throughout the entire year. However, through their individual education plans or IEPs, the students are to receive resource time within the student support services classrooms. For example, most students of the main group of the 22 is mostly 5th and 6th grade students who will meet or have met 4 times weekly for each subject in both reading and math for 30 minutes each rotation. Those who have opted for distance learning are required to complete the work given by their student support services teacher as well as their general education teachers also. So again, grades will be the focus point. With paper copies, Schoology is also a method that has been used. It helps in being able to align classwork both on and off campus. General education teachers, student support teachers, and admin will be working closely with students both on-site and off. For collaborative resources, again, the student support service team will work alongside the general education teachers and admin to ensure that work, accommodations, and close monitoring of the learning environment and content is planned and given within a timely manner. The leverage plan is that the goal is to determine which form of learning has a better advantage for our students that are involved in student support services. The limitations: those who do not sign up for appropriate classes other than what is assigned to them within Schoology will not be serviced. If a student were to miss school, of course they would fall behind and it could interfere with their achievement. If removed from the study, students will continue to receive or receive the same services, however, will not be able to understand results. Those who have opted for virtual may not have as many resources as those that are on camera. The school district that has been used for this has given resources to the students where they could check out Chromebooks as needed. Again, the main focus of this study would be to see what method would be best for our student support services, those that are within special education. Again, this will give a better idea as to what could help our students if and when COVID or any other pandemic has reached the area. From the research, being on campus is best for these students. However, again, given the pandemic, there must be a plan in place and see what could be done.